Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Ali here. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about what women really think about what you are packing down there. So recently I published a video about size, and in the sex education world, we talk about size a lot and we try to place the emphasis that size doesn't matter, but there is still so much stigma around it. And it's just important to keep having this conversation and keep destigmatizing it. On my Patreon, I had posted a poll asking men to tell me about their penis size and how they feel about it. And I was actually surprised at the overwhelming amount of men that responded that they do feel shame and they do feel anxious about their size, even if they fall within the average, which is between 5 and 5.5, usually, at least in North America. And when I published this video, I was also surprised at some comments that were suggesting that I was gaslighting them, that I'm lying, that women should stop lying because size does matter, and so on and so on and so on. Well, I want to tell you a little bit of a story first before we get into the rest of the video. Way back when I was dating and single and ready to mingle, this was a couple years back, I met a guy online on a date one night. And I'll be honest, this wasn't the kind of date like I'm looking for my boyfriend kind of thing. It was more like a sexy sexploration. We both had some fantasies that we wanted to carry out. And by the way that our banter was online, I could just tell there was an attraction, and he just seemed really, really confident. And I was like very into that. So we met, we had some wine, and the conversation was great. Appearance-wise, he's not necessarily someone that I would stop on the street and say, oh my God, that guy is so good looking, which by the way, I don't really do that on a regular basis anyways. I stare at women more than I stare at men. But with his like charisma and his confidence, like it's just, there was an attraction there for sure between us. I said, you know what? Let's go back to your hotel room. So we did, and it was a hot, kinky night. He had blindfolds. We played with ice. It was the first time and only time that I played with ice, and it was a wonderful, wonderful memory. He seduced me, I seduced him. It was just a very hot, hotel, sexy situation going on. And then when it came time for hand job, blow job, penetration, you know, I put my hand there and I was like, oh, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was taken aback because I never felt a man down there like that. It was very small and thin. I honestly don't even know if it was hard or not. Like, it was dark and we had a few drinks. And when it came time to penetrate me, I mean, I can definitely confirm that he wasn't filling me up as, I don't know, some people would say. But that being said, I still very much enjoyed giving him pleasure orally, and I enjoyed the overall experience. It's probably going down as some of the hottest sex that I've ever had. Good enough that we saw each other again. And then the pandemic happened, so, you know, that went out the window because he wasn't from where I was from. My point is, you don't need to be packing huge down there to be a confident person or a good lover. So here's a fun fact for you. According to research, 85% of women are satisfied with their partner's size, while only 55% of men feel confident about it. Most of the pressure is internal and not external. So what do women really care about? I'm here to let you know that we're not walking around picking our partners based on their size, but we do want an amazing sexual connection with them. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine asked women about their preferences, and this is what they had to say. So for long-term relationships, 91% of women said size doesn't matter as much as emotional connection, communication, and intimacy. But when it came to one-night stands, women tended to slightly prefer a more above average penis. But it was not a deal breaker. Translation, it's not about the size. It's about how well you connect emotionally and physically, and basically whatever makes you a great lover. Some good advice from my audience about that video are as follows. I pulled some of the comments to share with you guys because I really like what they had to say. I consider myself to be of average size at 5.4 inches. I am 65 years old and have realized that my penis size surprises women when they see it erect. Not saying I'm a player or sleep around. In fact, I've only had 2 sex partners in the last 20 years, and they both stated that I was the biggest they've ever had. I wish I had more girth to my penis, but over the years, I have perfected how I use my hands and my mouth to bring my partner to orgasm without actual intercourse. Communication is the key. Talk and find out what your partner likes and prefers. It makes for a much better relationship. Could not agree more. This person says, if you have a small penis, don't go for sex early in the dating experience. If you start dating a woman, wait at least 3 months before sex. Almost no woman is going to dump a guy who she likes because of size. The important thing is to be self-assured, because insecure energy is a huge, huge turnoff for women. That's the part that I wanted to emphasize most in this comment, was that he's right. Insecurity is a big turnoff, which I'm sure is the same for you men when it comes to finding a female partner. This has always worked for me, and I am well below average of 5.1 inches. Let's just say I would be an average guy in Cambodia, so I really do have a small penis. And this comment is very interesting. Lastly, let's stop saying it's okay if a man has a smaller penis if he makes up for it with other things. By framing it this way, we validate the idea that his penis is inadequate. We should just say that all people should take an interest in using their whole body and senses to become a better sexual partner. So I'm really happy that that viewer brought that point up, because I probably did say it in that video. So thank you for bringing my attention to it. And I am going to be more careful with the language that I use. And I wholeheartedly agree that we should all take an interest in ourselves in becoming better lovers and more confident people, which is a perfect opportunity for me to tell you about Beducated. If you've been following me for a while now, you know that I love to talk about Beducated. I love this platform. So Beducated is an online sex course tutorial platform that teaches you anything and everything that you need to know to give and receive pleasure from some of the world's leading experts in sexual wellness. So for all my visual people out there, if you are looking to improve your love-making skills, from oral sex to different positions, to learning about erotic massages, to becoming a little bit kinky, to going to sex clubs, to trying some role play, anything to improve your game at becoming a better, confident lover, I really recommend that you try out their platform, especially because their videos are super explicit and detailed, but not pornographic. I mean, you're basically learning from real humans doing the real thing. So I've done courses like the penis massage, the prostate massage, female orgasms. There is nothing better than learning some new techniques, either for yourself or bringing them into the bedroom with your partner. I guarantee that the other person will be so appreciative that you took the time and initiative to learn these new things and to share them with them. So I really wanted to place an emphasis on learning new tricks. The only way to learn is to try something new. Anyways, if you want to check out Beducated, you can absolutely do so for free for 24 hours. If you click on the link below this video, you can get access to the library for free for 24 hours. And if you use my code below, then you will get a special discount if you join for their yearly membership. They have over 100 courses in so many different things. And I really stress, just learn. Just learn a new trick. It's really going to impress your lover. And what's also awesome is they have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy with their services, no problemo. If you don't have time to browse, if you're not into exploring at that moment, absolutely no problem. As I mentioned, click on the link in the description below, check out Beducated, learn a new trick, and let's stop complaining about not being good lovers. The tools are in our hands. Speaking about being a good lover, what actually makes a good lover? And FYI, none of it has to do with measurements. So number one, communication, the holy grail of relationships, communication. Asking your partner what they like, listening to their needs, being open to feedback and not taking it personal. Studies show that couples who talk openly about sex are much more satisfied. Then we have confidence. Confidence in the bedroom, not arrogance, makes partners feel safe and desired and is such a turn on. A study in 2020 found that sexual self-esteem was among the strongest predictors of partner satisfaction. And then we have generosity. I love generosity. Good lovers focus on mutual pleasure. It's all about that reciprocity. You give a little, you take a little. Research from the Kinsey Institute highlights that couples that do a lot more give and take report better intimacy and satisfaction. We have technique and creativity. Now, this is where Beducated comes in and learning new tricks. Explore erogenous zones, try new things, focus on foreplay. Again, according to research done by the Kinsey Institute, couples who spend more time on non-penetrative activities report higher levels of sexual satisfaction. And finally, we have emotional connection, which is probably the most underrated aspect. So being attuned to your partner's emotions and building trust creates an even deeper, more intense, pleasurable connection. And again, I mean, you've heard this all before, but why size doesn't really matter is because most women do not orgasm from penetration alone. They need clitoral stimulation. So focusing on size misses the point entirely. There may be some women who want a vaginal or cervical orgasm, in which case those women may possibly go out and seek men that are slightly above average to be able to achieve that orgasm. But hey, if you're slightly smaller, then get a strap-on or get a toy. There are many ways that you can fulfill that fantasy for your partner. So let me remind you that being attentive, playful, confident, and secure in yourself will always outweigh size. If you plan on, commenting on this video and saying that I'm lying and I'm gaslighting you and so on and so on and so on, so be it. But the only advice I can give to you is work on your confidence and your security as a human being. Actually, you should always work on that regardless of size of anything, because everyone deserves to be confident and feeling good in their body and enjoying good pleasure and having good connections. So just be a best person and lover as you can possibly be. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to check out the Beducated resources, you can do so for free for 24 hours by clicking on the link below this description. Don't forget to use my code. That will give you a nice discount off their yearly membership if you decide to commit to this long term to contribute to you becoming a better lover, a better person for yourself, for your partner, and for the world. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.